Something is not right behind the scenes of Hudson and Rex. A quiet message from actor John Reardon. The heart of the show has shaken fans across the world. His words were emotional, personal, and almost felt like a goodbye. Did he just warn us about something coming? Is the future of Hudson and Rex in danger? For years, Hudson and Rex has been more than just a TV series. It has been a comfort show for millions, a rare mix of crime, loyalty, heart, and the unbreakable bond between a detective and his dog. Every week, viewers tune in, not just for the cases, but for the friendship between Detective Charlie Hudson, played by John Reardon, and Rex, the brilliant German Shepherd, who wins hearts without saying a word. Fans often say the show feels like family on screen. But now, something is threatening that feeling. It all began when John Reardon shared a letter online, a simple message at first glance. But once people read it, the internet exploded with worry. The tone of the letter was not casual, not promotional, and definitely not routine. It was emotional, reflective, and strangely final, as if John was preparing fans for a change. He wrote about his journey, his gratitude, and his love for the cast and the viewers. But more than anything, he spoke about time passing, time changing, and time to make new choices. Those words hit fans hard. People began asking questions. Why would John talk about endings when the show is still strong? Is he dealing with something personal? Is this about the show itself? Or is he stepping away for good? Even those who usually ignore rumors stopped and paid attention. Something felt off. Something felt real. The letter did not mention Hudson and Rex directly, but it did not have to. John Reardon is the face of the show. Without him, can the series even continue? That is the fear now spreading across the fan community. Some believe he is simply exhausted from long filming schedules. Others think he might want more time with his family. Some whisper about behind-the-scenes issues or contract problems. But no one knows the truth. The most mysterious part was the ending of his message. He wrote, "No matter what comes next, this journey will always stay in my heart." Those words sounded like a farewell. Why say something like that now between seasons unless something is changing? What made everything even more emotional was the reaction of fans. Within hours, thousands of comments appeared under his post. People were not just worried, they were heartbroken. Many wrote about how the show helped them through depression, loneliness, or grief. Others said Charlie and Rex's friendship inspired them to adopt dogs or reconnect with loved ones. Some begged him not to leave the show, while others wrote emotional messages of support, reminding him that he has the right to make personal choices. Even the cast shared the letter, adding emotional messages of their own messages filled with love, pride, and support, but also hints of sadness. That only added fuel to the fire. If nothing big was happening, why were they all being so emotional? Something was building. Something none of them wanted to say out loud. Soon, entertainment blogs picked up the story. Headlines spread like wildfire. John Reardon's letter sparks exit rumors. Is Hudson and Rex ending? Trouble behind the scenes? Suddenly, this was no longer just a fan discussion. It became a question that everyone in the TV world wanted answered. But John stayed silent after the letter. No follow-up. No denial. No clarity. Just silence. And silence, especially in situations like this, is a warning. So now the big question stands. Is John Reardon trying to prepare fans for a major change? And if he is, what does that mean for Hudson and Rex? In the world of television, nothing lasts forever. But some stories feel like they should. Some bonds feel too strong to break. And yet even the strongest stories face turning points. What did John really mean? Why now? And what is he not telling us? The mystery has only begun. Asterisk rumors do not appear without reasons. Something always fuels them. Before John Reardon shared his emotional letter, there were already quiet signs that something was changing behind the scenes of Hudson and Rex. At first, fans ignored these signals. Small delays, strange interviews, unusual pauses in production. Nothing seemed serious. But now, looking back, these moments feel like puzzle pieces that suddenly fit. It started months ago. The news broke that filming for the latest season would be delayed. The official explanation sounded harmless. Production schedule adjustments. Fans trusted it. Production delays are normal in television. But then, more unusual things began to happen. John Reardon, who was usually active during filming periods, suddenly became very private. He stopped giving interviews, avoided press events, and even skipped a major TV festival where the cast of Hudson and Rex was expected to appear together. Reporters tried to get answers, but the team stayed quiet. One journalist noted something odd when asked about John. One cast member paused before simply saying, "John is taking time. Time for what?" That question lingered. Then came a second strange moment. During a live video chat, two other cast members were answering fan questions when someone typed, "Is John leaving the show?" Their faces changed instantly. They tried to laugh it off, but their eyes told a different story. They gave no answer and quickly moved to the next question. Fans noticed everything. Clips of that moment spread across social media with captions like, "Look at their reaction. Something is going on." The third clue appeared in a quiet corner of the internet, film crew forums. Someone claiming to work near the production set said that there were emotionally heavy days during filming. Another hinted that a big decision was not easy for the team. None of this was confirmed, but it added to growing suspicion. But what could be so emotional that even the crew felt it? Fans began building their own theories. John Reardon is known to be a private, family-focused person. Some believe that after years of filming long hours in Newfoundland, he may feel like stepping back to be closer to home. This theory seems gentle, even understandable, but would he walk away from a show that made him a global name? As the main star, John carries the weight of the show. Some reports hinted that salary negotiations for the next season were complicated. Was he asking for more control over the story? A break? Some insiders claimed there were disagreements between network executives and John's team. Could tension over the future of Charlie Hudson's character be pushing him away? Some fans noticed a shift in recent episodes, less focus on Charlie and Rex's friendship and more on side plots. Loyal viewers say the show's heart is the bond between Hudson and Rex. What if John felt the same way? Maybe he wanted stronger emotional stories, more drama, or a deeper arc for Charlie. If the network refused, maybe this letter is his gentle protest. This is the quiet fear in the fan community. Some people think the emotional tone of his letter hints at something personal, something serious. He wrote about taking care of what matters most and listening to life when it speaks. Did something happen in his life that made him rethink everything? Any of these could be true. Maybe more than one. But the most unsettling rumor came from a small article in a lesser-known entertainment blog. It claimed that Season 7 of Hudson and Rex might be the final chapter of Charlie Hudson. The article did not explore details, and no official source confirmed it, but fans did not dismiss it. The timing matched everything else too perfectly. Then came the final piece before the lettered easel vom Burgimwald. The beloved dog behind Rex turned 10 years old. Fans celebrated online, but some also worried. Working dogs often retire around this age. If Rex retires, could John Reardon be choosing to leave with him? After all, their bond is the heart of the show. Maybe the journey of Hudson and Rex is tied to both of them, not one without the other. When John finally shared his letter, it did not come out of nowhere. It was the spark that lit a fire that was already waiting to burn. The signs were always there, silent, hidden in plain sight. Still, one question remains. What exactly did John say in that letter that made people believe something big is coming? In the next section, we will dive deep into John Reardon's message line by Lynn and cover the emotional truth inside his words. Because sometimes what is unsaid speaks louder than what is written. When John Reardon shared his letter, he didn't post a video, give an interview, or speak directly to the camera. Instead, he used simple written words, quiet, honest, and raw. The letter wasn't long, but it carried heavy emotion, and every line felt like it held a hidden meaning. At first glance, it looked like a message of thanks. But a closer read revealed much more. A confession, a warning, and perhaps even a goodbye. The letter began with a reflection. There comes a time in every journey when you pause to look back at where you started, and ahead to where you must go next. These words set the tone. He wasn't celebrating anything. He wasn't promoting a new season. He was reflecting, and reflection often comes before change. He went on to talk about his time on Hudson and Rex. This experience has been one of the greatest privileges of my life. I have grown with it, laughed with it, and poured my heart into it. Notice the past tense tone has been, have grown. Fans caught on to this immediately. Why speak as if something has already ended? But it was the next part of the letter that truly shook people. There are moments in life that ask us to listen, really listen, not to the noise around us, but to the quiet voice within us. Lately, I have been listening. What was John listening to? Regret? A personal calling? Burnout? Change? Those lines did not sound casual. They sounded like someone standing at a crossroads. Then came the emotional core of the message. The part that fans cannot stop quoting. I don't know what the future holds, but I know this. The bond we have built between cast, crew, and the fans who give us purpose will always stay with me. You have given me more than I could ever give back. Again, I don't know what the future holds. For someone whose career is built around a successful running series, why suddenly speak like his future is uncertain? Actors don't talk this way, unless something is changing behind the scenes. But it was the final paragraph that turned concern into panic across the internet, no matter what comes next. Thank you for walking this path with me. It has meant more than I can ever say. These words felt like a closing chapter. He didn't say, I'm excited for the next season, or see you all soon. He didn't even mention Hudson and Rex by name in his goodbye. That silence spoke louder than any statement could. Within hours, fans began breaking down the letter line by line. Some believed he was carefully preparing people for a slow exit. Others thought he had already made his decision, but was not allowed to say it openly yet due to contract rules. Emotional YouTube videos appeared overnight. Reddit threads turned into long emotional discussions. Fans shared their fears, theories, and heartbreak. Even more interesting were the reactions from people close to John. A co-star commented, "Proud of you always," a message that felt supportive, but also final. Another wrote, "We'll always have your back, no matter where life takes you." These are not things co-stars write if everything's fine. These are messages people write when someone they care about is taking a big step forward or away. The production team gave no answers. The show's official social media pages stayed silent. But people noticed something. They did not deny anything. There were no posts saying, "Ignore the rumors," or "John is here to stay." That silence felt like confirmation. Some fans tried to stay hopeful. They said maybe John was talking about life changes in general. Maybe he was sending a message of gratitude, not goodbye. But others pointed out that actors often hint at exits before they become official. It's their way of showing respect to fans by letting them feel included in the emotional process. Still, the biggest question remains. If John is leaving, why now? The show is still successful. The fan base is loyal. The story has room to grow. So what pushed him to write this letter? Is it personal? Is it professional? Was it his decision or something forced by the network? The answer may be hidden between the emotional lines of that message. But maybe. There is more to this story than we think. Maybe the letter is not the end, but the start of a bigger storm. Because if John Reardon truly leaves, everything changes, not just for fans, but for the future of Hudson and Rex itself. Asterisk John. Reardon's emotional letter didn't just raise questions, opened a door to uncertainty. Fans are now asking the one thing everyone is afraid to answer. What happens to Hudson and Rex if John leaves? Can the show survive without Detective Charlie Hudson? Or is this the beginning of the end? The truth is harsh. Hudson and Rex is not just another TV crime drama, it is a character bond story. It lives and breathes emotionally because of the trust. Between Charlie and Rex, their silent friendship is the soul of the series. Without that, the entire world of the show changes. And now, insiders are hinting that the producers are quietly preparing for major changes that fans might not be ready to accept. Possibility. The show ends with a heartfelt goodbye. This is the most emotional and perhaps the most respectful option. According to an industry rumor, if John Reardon has truly made his decision to move on, the network may choose to end the series with a final, emotional season rather than continuing without him. One source reportedly said, "If John goes, this story should end with him, not without him." Fans online seem to agree. Many say they would rather see a strong, beautiful ending than watch the show slowly lose its magic. Some even imagine a goodbye storyline, Charlie Hudson retiring from duty with Rex by his side, both finally finding peace after years of chasing criminals and living for justice. But even imagining that makes fans emotional. Are they ready to say goodbye? No. But maybe a meaningful ending is better than a painful decline. Possibility 2, new lead. Same show. This option is the most controversial and also the one fans fear the most. Some reports suggest the network does not want to end the show because it is still successful and performs well internationally. Instead, they might introduce a new detective lead to work with Rex. But would fans accept that? Could anyone replace John Reardon as Charlie Hudson? Most say no. A few actor names have already been thrown around in rumors, though none confirmed. Some believe the producers might bring in a familiar face from the show's past, perhaps a returning character to take over as Rex's new handler. Others think they might write a storyline where Charlie is forced to leave and Rex is assigned to a new detective. But fans are clear, Rex belongs with Charlie. Breaking that bond would feel like betrayal. Possibility 3. A break instead of an ending. There's another theory, one that offers hope. Some insiders believe John isn't quitting forever. He may just be asking for time. If this is true, the producers may pause the show for a year instead of rushing into a new season. A break would give John time for personal life, rest, or other projects, while keeping the door open for his return. This option would make the most sense, and it's what many fans are praying for. Signs supporting this theory include the vague language in John's letter. He never said goodbye. He never said he was done. He spoke about time. Listening. Choices. Maybe this isn't the end of Hudson and Rex. Maybe it's a pause. Where does Rex fit into all this? This story isn't only about John, it's also about Rex. Diesel von Burgimwald, the dog behind Rex, is now 10 years old. For a working dog that is a senior age, many believe if John steps away, Diesel may retire too. Show insiders have admitted that multiple Rex doubles are already being trained, but none of them have Diesel's magic. He isn't just a character, he's family to fans. If this is truly the final chapter, many believe Charlie and Rex must leave together. Fan reactions, hope, fear, and loyalty cross fan pages and forums. Emotions are running high. Some fans are angry that the network hasn't clarified anything. Others support John no matter what. One fan wrote, "John gave us years of heart. If he needs time, I'll wait. If he leaves, I'll cry. But I'll still thank him," another fan said. Hudson and Rex without John Reardon is like a song without a melody. It wouldn't feel right, thousands agree. Fans are preparing themselves for change, for goodbye, or for a fight to save the show. Petitions have already begun asking the network to keep John at any cost. Some fans are even talking about trending hashtags to show support, hoping John will see how much he means to them. The final question, so, where does this leave us now? In a quiet storm, the letter has been written. The rumors are no longer whispers. The future of Hudson and Rex hangs in the air. But one truth rises above all. This is more than a TV show. It is a story about loyalty. And now that loyalty is being tested both on screen and off. Will John stay? Will the show continue? Or are we about to witness the most emotional goodbye in TV history? Right now, only time will tell.